If you are using the tool for the first time, you will need to register, which can be done on the home page of the tool. When you log in as an event organizer, you're at the event dashboard page. This provides a summary of your events, including the event name, the date the event profile was created and last modified, a link to the reporting page for each event, and the status of the event. You currently have no events set up in the RMP tool. To begin, click on Add New Event. Across the top of the screen are 7 stages where you'll need to input information. You need to progress through each stage sequentially. If a stage is greyed out, you'll be unable to add information until you reach the required stage. Each page features a section called About this page, which gives a brief description of what you need to do. If you need further help, click on the More Help icon located at the top right of each page. This is the first part of creating an event profile within the tool. The information provided is an overview of the event and will be visible to you as the event organizer and your selected suppliers. Enter the name of the event in the box provided. Use the drop-down calendars to select the start and end dates of the event. Enter a description of the event. Record any waste management, minimization or recycling objectives and targets you've chosen for your event in the box provided, which your suppliers will see. Events can either have an active or completed status. You must remember to click Completed once all the information for an event has been entered into the RMP tool. All completed events will drop to the bottom of the summary table on the event dashboard. Add the details of where your event will be held by clicking the Add Venue button. Remember, you can add more than one venue. Enter the details of your event's venue. If the venue is supplying any services other than the hire of a room or space, you must add their contact details. This will allow the venue to log on to the tool and contribute to the RMP as a supplier. Remember, you can edit the details. Once you've entered all the correct details, click on the Save and Return Event Setup button. You can upload any Excel, Word or PDF documents for all the supply chain to review by clicking on the Browser button and attaching your document. Add a title that is recognizable to all, such as Sustainability Policy for Conference on the 18th of May. Click on Upload File button to upload the document. Once you have completed the page, click on the Save and Continue button to move on to Part 2 of Event Setup. On this page, you add your suppliers for the event. The Business Centre has already been added as a supplier on the previous page. Any supplier for your event can be asked to contribute to the RMP, but will need an RMP account so they can gain access to the events they supply. You can search for your supplier by typing in their contact email address and then clicking on the Find by Email Address button. If they've already registered as a supplier, the company name will appear in the supplier name box. If your supplier is not registered, click on Add New Supplier button, which will allow you to create a new account for your supplier. Once you have identified your supplier, click on the Include this supplier in this event button to add them to your supplier list for the event. When you have identified and added all your suppliers for the event, click on the Edit button to confirm and add relevant details about each supplier for this event. On this page, you assign the responsibilities to each supplier for the venues listed. Start by selecting the venue from the drop-down. You can add details about what this supplier will supply for your event in the description box at the top of the page. If the supplier is organising the recycling and waste bins, make sure you tick Yes for that question. Tick the relevant category which best describes the goods or services this supplier will provide. This is important as it provides a list of potential actions the supplier may wish to implement at your event at a later stage in the RMP. You can also upload documents on this page that only this supplier can view. Click on Save these details for this supplier button to save the details. Then click on the Return to Supplier Detail button to return to the Event Setup page, Part 2. In this example, the catering company responsibilities have also been entered. Once completed for each supplier, you can hover over the icons to show the responsibilities set. In this example, the Business Centre is responsible for waste management. Click on the Invite Suppliers button to send individual login details to your suppliers for this event, so they can access the RMP and this event. A reminder will appear when you click on Continue to ensure that you've invited your suppliers. If the suppliers do not receive a login email, depending on their email account settings, they may need to check their junk mail folder. By clicking Continue, you can move to the next stage of the RMP tool.